This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds.
Welcome back to the season finale episode of Between the Vines. We are back to where we started this year. Calandrino's in Old City. Our friend Steve, so nice to let us come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's very festive in here.
Yeah, very festive.
You guys have place decorated nice for the holidays.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, I like the Christmas tree there and nutcrackers. You know, it still seems like it's still, you know, right around that holiday season, you know. I just took it down.
Yeah, I took it down on the 1st. I was out of there. Bing, bang, boom.
Okay, cool.
I was late this year. I think we had maybe like 2.5 weeks with the tree.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I just took mine down, I think, Tuesday.
Yeah, because you were early, like right after Thanksgiving, you guys had it.
Yeah, it was up, you know, and then, you know, we have to get a new tree, you know, because we use a artificial tree lit, and we finally were just like, all right, it's time to let it go.
It looked like it was 2 years old.
Yeah, it looks like it's been around the block a couple times.
I've got one that we've held on to for a while. It's the basement tree.
So I boxed it up. I threw it in the chiller. It's going to the dump later on this week.
Yeah, all right. All right, so Trey's enjoying a nice dry January.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to be, you know, drinking water, but I'm not trying to drink too much. But there is a special here that Steve made in-house here. It's called Fragolino, which is basically like a limoncello, but made with strawberries. And it smells delicious. I think it's a little stronger than wine, you know, kind of like vodka type strength. So I'm going to sip this for minutes through the show.
Yeah, that's good.
But let's cheers to the playoffs, dude. Because here we are. We got a game at home against the Pack. We can also talk about the Giants, but let's cheers to the playoffs because everybody is 0-0, right? All we got to do is win 4 games.
All we got to do is win 4 games. Cheers to the Eagles, make it to the playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
So that is really good. Good. It's like a strawberry Kool-Aid.
Huh.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
That's good.
But yeah. So what do you think about the game? This last game?
You know what? I think that, you know, they went out there and they handled their business. You know,
2017, something like that?
Yeah, something. I'm not sure what the final score was, but I thought that the quarterback, was it McKee?
Yeah, Karen McKee.
You know what, man?
The Mormon Missile, as Smilata refers to. So I think Jordan's like one of those guys that likes to give out nicknames, and whether they stick or not, he still uses them.
Just throw them out there.
Yeah. But he said it about 6 times in one of his interviews, and they were like, "Oh, is that what you guys call him?" And he goes, "No."
No, but that's just what I was going to throw that out there. All right. But the Mormon Missile, I thought that he played well. You know, going into this game, you knew, all right, with his first start in the NFL, he didn't shy away from it, man. He went out there, and I thought he played extremely well. I still just believe and wish that they would have let Saquon go ahead and get his record, you know?
After our episode last week, I got home, and I was just like, you know what? I can't believe I wasn't more vocal on this. This is insane. This is insanity. This is insanity. If you're going to play the what-if game about injuries, you have to play the what-if game about what if we lose the first next game?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And think about this. If we lose to Green Bay, and I don't want to even put that out there, but if we lose to Green Bay, there's going to be fury. There is going to be hell to be had.
Yeah. Yeah. But then I think about it, and I'm like, you know, I get it. I get why they did it. Because you would have had to start.
We had to start everybody.
Everybody. Your offensive line is going to have to play. AJ and Slim was going to have to play.
And if not everybody's into it, you can't play worried about getting hurt or you're going to get hurt.
Exactly.
You know, And it is a meaningless game except for that thing.
Exactly.
So I still hate the decision. I hate that it was even a thought, but it is what it is. I understand.
Yeah, it did. I mean, well, you got Dallas Goedert to go out there and play. You let him go and get a couple reps. I would have liked to have said, all right, you know what, let's go out here. Let's see how it is in the first half. If we can break this thing in the first half, we pull you out of there, get you out of the game, and then we're done. But all right, cool.
Plus, and I don't even know if he would have been allowed to, but I don't think that they were pushing Jalen to get back, or I don't know if they were like running him through the protocol. I don't understand how that all worked.
Yeah, well, I think he has to practice before he can play.
Right.
And with him not practicing during that week.
Fair. They could try to get him into a practice pass protocol on Friday or, walk through, possibly. I don't know how it all works. But it worries me that Jalen hasn't played for a month. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
What this game against the Giants showed me is that we have a good front 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Starters, both offense and defense. Great team. But Howie has built a roster of depth, and you can take away all of our starters, and we can still go out and compete and win football games in the NFL.
Yeah, that was extremely encouraging to see our backups go out there and handle the Giants pretty well. I thought that just when you look at the offensive line, I thought that their performance was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Of course, there were a couple sacks there, here and there. There were some mistakes, but I felt overall that the team as a unit played well. Even when you look at the defensive side of the ball, there was a major drop-off in production. And I know the Giants, they were like, all right, you know what? I just want to get out of this game.
Right.
I don't want to get hurt. Don't want to have any season-ending surgery.
Don't want to be in the facility any longer than I have to.
Exactly. So let's just get this over with. But I thought that the team came out and played really well against the Giants.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I would have liked to, are you worried at all about losing momentum, sitting guys? Because that's one thing that I always fear. Like if you're clicking and you're finding ways to win, whether it's Jalen in there or not, like, do you really need to sit guys for a week if you haven't been banged up that much all year? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I worry about that when you have that bye week when you're going into the playoffs, because you do kind of get worried about, all right, you know what, that momentum that you had going, it kind of cools it off a little bit when you have that bye week. But I think that one of the things that I think that's good about this team is the leadership and the way these guys put in the work throughout the week and hold each other accountable, which could help them not have that lag.
Yeah. I mean, it is tough. Like, obviously you want to get a bye, first round bye, you're that much closer. But I always thought and I never got to experience first round bye, but I just always thought man, that week off, it feels like they're going to be a little rusty. Because once you get into that season, especially that part of the season, if you take a week off, you kind of feel like the season's done. Yeah. Your body gets that, and then you get back out there, you're like, I'm not done.
But wait, there's more. Right? Yeah.
Well, wait. Exactly. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure these guys are going to be rested up and full of energy coming into the playoffs. I'm probably making more out of it than it is.
And I think it helps this team too because because they had an early bye week. So what they played, 12, 13 games? I'm not sure how many games that they played in a stretch. They had
a week 4 bye week or something.
Yeah, so you play 10, 11 games. That's a nice little stretch. So when you could take this little break, that's good.
Yeah. Or to grab an extra week for their guys and then prepare for the playoffs.
But you know what? I know that's right now. Saquon is probably kicking himself when Sirianni, I don't know what game it was, and he was like, "Hey, do you think?" He's like, "Yeah, now let the young cats eat." And now here you are, that close to the record.
Well, he's just a selfless guy, dude. That's why he said,
"Damn, nay, yeah, I know."
He would have. Well, he said that he was over 1,000 yards, wasn't he?
I'm not sure what he was.
I think he was.
But I mean, either way, you still had yards that you left on the table that you were just like, all right, yeah, now let the young guys eat.
Right. I know. It's such a good audio clip, though.
He thought it was an awesome audio clip. Good for you, Saquon. But here you are. And like even he said, like his dad was like, "What? Wait a minute."
Yeah. Yeah. There's always next year. I don't know what they're acting like.
Yeah, those opportunities. Well, you know what? This group, you have a really good offensive line. I mean, you have a really good offensive line that's not going anywhere next year. I think you're going to bring back the same guys next year, and
wouldn't it be wild if he had back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be wild.
That would be amazing, and this team can do it. You know, especially with this group, and you have Coach Stout coming back with it, and he puts together this group here because I don't see anybody going anywhere. Mekhi is not going anywhere. I think they're going to keep him exactly where he is. You know, you might go and find a couple more pieces for a little bit more depth, but right now you have your front five in place, so there's nothing that you need to bring in.
And great depth.
Yeah, and great depth. I mean, who?
Bro, you could really go some heavy sets and just wreck shop in the run game.
Just crush it.
You could even dedicate to the heavy set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could do it. You could go 6 down and just like, all right, here we go. Can you stop it? Do you have the hauls up front to stop this? Because I put my guys up against yours any day. I take them any day, and I don't see them. Because you're not going to take a lineman in the first round unless you're trying to find someone to take Lane. You know, Lane has probably,
a year or two?
Yeah, he has probably about another year or two under his belt.
That he would want to. They might be able to talk him into it if they would.
Yeah, because I thought Lane played a hell of a season, dude. Like, this is probably one of his best seasons. And he's played, and this is one of his.
Playing all the games.
And played in all the games. And that was huge for Lane.
Yeah.
You know, for him to say, all right, you know what, I'm going to play every game, that was huge.
Yeah.
And he needed this
break.
break.
Except the Giants game.
Oh, yeah, you know, that was a scheduled break, you know what I'm saying? But before, you know, Lane would miss a game or two here throughout the season. But this was huge for him to come out here and play the entire season the way he did. And I thought that Lane, man, played lights out. I thought Jordan Mailata should have made Pro Bowl.
I agree. I was just going to ask you about that. I feel like he was a big-time snub, bro. Mm-hmm. And, you know, for whatever you think about PFF, you know, the Pro Football Focus, grading analytics or whatever, however they started out, they've grown big enough now to where they actually have some solid data sets, you know, and their grades are pretty good. You know what I mean? And he was like the top-rated football player in the NFL or something, some crazy stat like that, you know, for a pure grade. And he didn't make Pro Bowl. Yeah, it's just insane.
Yeah.
But do you think that's because he's also on the team with Lane? But Lane, you know, you do 3 tackles basically.
Yeah, you're going to take 3 tackles. So what are the 3 tackles that made it?
I didn't even look. Like, who else would there be?
I have no idea. For the NFC, I have no idea.
Hey, who are the tackles there?
Yeah, NFC.
Away from paying attention to who the tackles are.
Yeah, NFC Pro.
All the Birds tackles are.
Yeah, I know all the books. Yeah, I know saw a little on the eye squad, but I have no idea who else around the league made it. Let's see who made it as offensive line. Oh man, of course this would give me the roster.
Some extra you got there.
Oh, thank you. Let's see, offensive tackles. Okay, all right.
Oh yeah.
So you had Lane Johnson, of course, Penei Sewell. And then Tristan Wirfs down in Tampa Bay.
I mean, that's kind of crazy. 2 right tackles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, I mean, Penei is a beast.
Yeah, he is an animal.
I mean, Tristan Wirfs is good, too. But,
yeah,
I actually would take – they probably were tough throwing 2 Eagles out there for the tackle spots.
Yeah.
I would take Jordan over Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have taken him over them as well.
I also haven't been following Wirfs.
Yeah, me either. I haven't been followed. I do like that either. But I know he's an animal out there. And then, you know, Baker Mayfield has been having a really good season. So usually whenever you have a quarterback like that has been balling, a couple of your linemen are going to go.
Yeah. Who else do we have a starting O-lineman? I know Cam made it, right?
Yeah, Cam made it first year as a Pro Bowler. Landon Dickerson.
Oh, there's the Landon made it again?
Yeah. You know,
I had Mekhi did not, right?
No, Mekhi did not make it.
Did he make it as alternate?
I don't know if he made alternate. This just only reads just
you don't have a 2,000-yard rusher and not land up there on alternate.
Yeah, he possibly made alternate because really, if you really look at it, I mean, you know, you have 4 Pro Bowlers on this offensive line, because Joey Mailata, being the first alternate, that's a Pro Bowler, so you have a full Pro Bowl offensive line. I think the only thing that would hurt Mekhi is just the amount of time that he missed in the games. But Landon missed some time as well, and Seattle answer.
Been a Pro Bowler, So it's kind of like, once you're in.
Yeah, once you're in, you're in.
Never made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, but, I think Jordan got PFF's All-Pro, which is a great consolation prize, I guess.
That doesn't help incentives. You get no incentive. There is no contract incentive for PFF, All-Pro, whatever that is.
Hey, was there any incentive in Saquon's contract for being breaking the single season all-time rushing?
I'm sure it was. I'm sure he has all kind of incentives built into his contract.
I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Like how much they were just like, nah.
Well, they showed one thing where it was like 500 here, 500 there.
Did you see my dude Geno Smith made $6 million? Real something? Wow. He was playing, so it was like he had 3 escalators that he had to hit. One was 10 wins.
Okay.
The other one was like 187 more yards passing.
Oh yeah.
And then 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I think he threw 3 touchdowns. They won, and he had maybe 200 yards, something like that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, that's million. Oh yeah, cut me that check. Yeah.
And then he had to play another game this season.
You cut me that check.
I wanted to watch that game because I was like, man, he's got $6 million on the line, but there's no playoffs. He's definitely no chance of making the playoffs. They were already out.
I'm going to add this thing out, bro. Even if I got to throw however many 10-yard routes to get this, I'm going to do it. That's awesome, man. Good for him. But I'm sure there are all kind of incentives because he led the league in rushing, but I don't know if they would give an incentive for breaking the rushing record.
Yeah, I'm probably.
So I'm pretty sure they have an incentive for leading the league.
It's just one of those ones you throw in any running back's record. Be like, yeah, if you break the all-time record, yeah, we'll give you an extra $50 million. Oh, it's $15. It's just one of those extra escalators. Rather, like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's going to be leading the league in rushing. Probably games played is one of the things. If he makes a Pro Bowl, is always usually an incentive that they put in the contract. But. To me, that's just a personal record that, I know. I wish he would have got it.
How fun to swallow.
But I get it, But then, too, I'm the person that felt like Westbrook should have scored instead of sliding that time. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. You know what's funny is I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But when he did that, everyone was applauding him, and I was like, oh, that's so smart. I was like, how does he even think of that while he's playing? He's so football smart.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, that score. Get me off the field.
I wasn't that cerebral out there. The score touchdown.
That's it. That's all I want, But, good big team thing. Awesome. Eric Dickerson had to walk it back a little bit. Hey, no, I'm not hating on him. Yes, you were.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you were. And I guess, not for me, if I had a record that was standing like that, I would be okay if someone came out there and broke it.
Records are meant to be broken.
That's what they're meant to be. It's been standing for a very long time.
Yeah, the whole, gassing out thing, remember we were talking about that? Yeah, he's mad. But, bro, it was going to get broken anyway. Eventually, You'd be mad at that person. I'll tell you, you'd be mad about how it went down and Favre taking the dive and stuff. But still, it was gonna happen. If not that year, some other year.
But you know what? It hasn't gotten. Oh no, no one has gotten close to that. But the only time that they got close to it was DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah,
when I had to go up against it.
Babin got there close one year. Yeah, Babin got close that one year. He got 19 or something.
Yeah. But other than that,
it'll happen though. It's got to happen.
Right, right now, the leading sacker is Trey out of Cincinnati, and he had 17 and a half.
Yeah, what is it? 22 then, right?
Yeah, 22.
That's a lot more.
Sacks, dude.
5 is a lot more.
Yeah, and that's with 17 games.
But I think you're getting possibly better offensive linemen.
Yeah, you're definitely getting better.
Guys, offensive linemen are not fat slobs anymore. If there are fat slobs, They move like ballerinas.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think you're starting to see a lot more athletic offensive linemen. Guys are playing a lot leaner. You know, like you said, you know, guys, you know, you rarely do you see Joey Mailata is something different. You know what I'm saying? Where you see somebody that's 6'8", 350, 60 pounds, you know, even though Penei Sewell, he's a pretty big dude too, you know. And then I know Tristan Wirfs.
you look at Lane. Lane's like 330. He's got a 6-pack. These guys are monkeys.
Yeah. Diets are totally different right now. Yeah. Science is different.
Then I am Peg Guy Friday. They're only getting their chamber to like get healthy.
They are. It's a different product that's got there right now.
But yeah, dude, what do you think about Green Bay coming up? Huh? Green Bay coming to town? Matty LaFleur and the boys?
Yeah.
Looks like they're not going to have their deep threat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then I know Love came up, you know, with some type of something was wrong with him.
It's like a nerve thing, but they're probably going to be good to go.
Yeah, he'll be good to go. I think that this team is primed and ready to go, man. Jalen Hurts comes in, clears concussion protocol. I think that this team is going to come out and they're going to come playing on fire, you know, just because I think that this time off, hopefully, was something to help everybody kind of recharge.
Yeah.
You know, because you just had this long stretch of games. So I think that this time off will help these guys recharge and come out there and play with a different type of energy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, dude. I want them to come out, light them up, you know. Green Bay's head coach is my college quarterback, so, like, you know, I don't want them to win.
Yeah.
I don't. He's like one of those guys, you know. He's always – so let me tell you about Matt, right? He's a rule follower.
Right? Okay.
And he will also be like, guys, don't do that. Okay. You know, like, he's a rule follower.
Okay.
Well, I love Matty to death. Yeah. Bro, I know you don't even watch my show. Watch a film. Bro. Yeah. I don't want you to win. I don't want you to win. He was texting me being like, bro, I can't believe you're not rooting for me. And I was like, you're not going to win. But if you happen to, I guess it's okay if it's you.
Yeah. That's cool, though, man. You know, you got a connection to the team.
Yeah, but I think that this year is set up for the Eagles. If the time off and everything happens, like us sitting Saquon, you know, if it all pays off and happens like it's supposed to, we're going to roll through the playoffs. I don't really see anybody like that can. Our defense is too good, and nobody's going to be able to outscore our offense with our defense on it.
Detroit makes me nervous.
Detroit makes me nervous, but I don't think that their defense can hold our offense anymore because their defense, they are playing well, but there are a bunch of backups.
They're putting up 40 points.
They're also a bunch of but that's what I'm saying. They haven't seen an offense like ours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they can't stop our offense.
Yeah.
Unless the only thing that I think that they can do at this point, because they're so depleted on the defensive side, is try to like scheme pressure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if we can answer that, there's going to be some big plays.
Yeah, and that's I think that's one of the things that, and I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and just skip past round day.
Go ahead, but we're Super Bowl champions.
We're already there.
Bourbon Street, baby.
Yeah, we're taking out wherever, either Kansas City or Baltimore.
Yeah,
you know, I think that if we're talking about scheming up pressures, I think that that's one of the things that this offensive line has done really good at. And Coach Stoutland, that is a hat tip to that. It's just the way they picked up a lot of blitzes. You know, I think they've done a really good job this year.
It seems seamless. Lots of times when people actually pick up a blitz, it's like last minute, they're falling into it, and these guys are just, it's almost like they're seeing it in slow-mo.
Man, I mean, you know, you have times where you have them switching out stuff, even with the back stepping in, you know, and that all of that is Coach Stoutland and the preparation and making sure that these guys, everybody's on the same page. And this offensive line has just been out of control, man. I mean, they have definitely surpassed what I thought was the best group. You know, I think that this year's group is probably one of the best offensive lines I've seen on this team.
I agree with you. I mean, we said that multiple times on here. They're just like, they just keep impressing, you know? And the crazy part is we'll probably sit here again next year and keep saying the same thing because they're all coming back.
They're all coming back.
And there's no sign that they're going to like go downhill at all. You know what I mean? They're not old.
No.
I mean, Lane's the oldest one, and he's not even, he's like playing some of the best ball he's played.
Yeah, because what's this? This 12th year for Lane?
Well, that's a long time.
Well, that's a long time, man.
Longer than I did it.
That's a long time. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You know, and that's what I say. I think Lane can give you probably about another 1 or 2 more years if he wants to. But the way he takes care of himself and the way he takes care of his body, you know, Lane could probably play about 3, 4, 5 more years.
I mean, if he
Yeah.
wants to, it's totally up to Lane. I mean, because he takes care of himself well, I don't feel like he's aging like I did. You know what I mean?
But I think the mind goes before the body sometimes, where you just like, you know what, I get tired of just getting up to get ready to go play.
See, for me, my mind was way stronger than my body.
Okay.
It's like people were, there were hints, there were signs, people were trying to tell me, but I just wasn't listening. You know, and I was like, nah, do that. Nah, they cut me for no reason. I'm still good, you know? And then finally when you're done, you're like, yeah, maybe they were onto something, you know? All these people that get paid money to evaluate you, maybe they were onto something.
Maybe they roll to it. For me, I think that, yeah, my body was giving. My body was giving. You were also
over trying to push your body.
Yeah. It was done mentally. I was just like,
that drains you. Like you're just trying to like gut yourself through it when your body just doesn't feel like it.
I remember I was out in San Diego and they were like, hey man, we need you to go out there and start against DeMarcus Ware. And I'm like, you know what, man? You know.
Be the memory of Trey Thomas. That is not going to be the memory I leave him with.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm done. You know, I'm done. I don't even feel like the mental gymnastics that it would take.
He was in Denver at this point, or he's still in Dallas.
I think he was still in Dallas.
Right, yeah, so he's still young.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. And they were like, look, man, yeah, we want you to go out here and start. And
they're like, hey, Trey, what are you here for?
And like my league minimum at the time, like, yeah, man, all right, hey, babe, pack this apartment up. We're out of here, man. Look, out of here. Gone.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah, man.
Trey, you find yourself back in the locker room, okay? You're in the locker room. It's pregame right now before the Packers game. You're on this team. What do you tell them?
Oh, man.
You give them a little gunfire?
Yeah, oh, yeah, we definitely get a lot of gunfire. We definitely gonna get a lot of gunfire thing. Now, like, you know what? When they showed Landon Dickinson's breakdown, when he was like, today we choose violence. All right, that says something deep inside.
It was like, it almost seemed like it was like recited from like a gladiator. Yeah. You know, a gladiator film.
Yeah.
He's like, today we choose to win. We don't choose where, but today, dude, yeah, that was a great break.
Yeah, that was a great break.
So you would implement a little bit of that.
You know, all of that right there was enough for me. But I was like, damn, you know.
Well, the gunshots was also like a different way of saying you choose violence. So you pull the trigger.
No, but yeah, I feel like the way Landon broke it down, man. I think all of that right there, just, you know, that was enough for me. You know, but I think just this break will help this defense come out charged. You know, get these guys recharged and refocused. You know, you just gave Jalen Carter a week off.
I know. You're probably mad about it too.
Seriously. Yeah. You've been slapping teddy bears out of kids' hands. You know, do the Dave and Buster's, you know, knocking people off the video game. Get off that.
You flip a slushie out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just doing stupid stuff all week.
You need to talk to him about the cookie slap game around the week. Maybe he'd be the one to bring it back to NovaCare.
I don't think they should do this. You know, no. I don't think so. Oh, no. That was Jalen Carter.
He's a bully.
He's a bully.
So are you.
No, not a bully. No, I wasn't not a bully. But yeah, I think that Jalen Carter, you just gave Jalen Carter a week off. I can't wait to see how he comes back. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it, dude.
Yeah.
Are you going to the game? You watch from home?
I'm going to go for it. I like to watch the game from home. Yeah, because then I can sit there and rewind it. I can really dork out, get my notepad, have my stopwatch.
I enjoy watching the game from home, but I want to go. I want to feel it. I want to feel the atmosphere, the playoff game. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and then like right now, because with my boys, I like sitting down watching the game with them because then we talking about through stuff, talking strategy and everything. So that's fun too.
Yeah.
You know, because like right now, my son Tristan, he's gonna be playing football next year at Westchester.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's 6'8", 6'9", you know, so
Is he a defensive man?
we're gonna put him at defensive end, you know, so we're working, you know, some rush, talking strategy, how to attack. So like when we sit down and we watch a game, so yesterday we just pulled up some film on NFL.com, started watching some guys and just started talking through it, like how to attack offensive linemen, like what you're thinking, you know, looking at calls, looking at how to be aware.
Their stance.
Yeah, stance. Understanding where the passing strength is. Because then that tells you, all right, is an inside move there for you or not?
Right.
Because you don't want to do an inside move when the line is sliding to you. So just trying to figure all that out.
Yeah.
So it's fun, dude. Yeah.
So, are you getting out in the backyard and throwing hands around?
Oh, yeah. We get out there in the backyard.
You're catching pretty good.
You know, right now, just let him
Feel it
run
out.
the mules a little bit, you know, and then like right now, everything is on pop-up dummies. So I have some pop-up dummy with arms, so I'm just trying to get his stance, get him to shorten his steps a little bit because he's so tall. He's taking a long stride. So it's like, all right, I need you to shorten up your steps, get it a little
Brother, you're going to get you your second foot in the air.
Yeah, dude, it's going to get ugly, you know, and just trying to get him to like, you know, get his butt more in the air in his stance so he fires off lower. So just doing all that little stuff, man, you know, that's fun for me.
Yeah, that is fun. You need to get set up a tripod and film the one-on-ones between you and person.
Yeah,
That would be gold.
Yeah, I need a little bit more time to get my knee before he puts me on my ass out there with a bull rush.
I'm sure they make some peptides to get you right, bro. Peptides. Everything's about peptides these days.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see how that's going to go. But yeah, man, we get out there and we work through it, man. So we're going to see how it goes.
Well, cool. All right, well, let's wrap things up. I want to tell everybody out there we appreciate you guys following along through the season with us. If you could share us with a friend, share us with your aunt, maybe share us with your mom's friends, you know, anybody that's in the realm of wine or football or anything else. Yeah. Like, subscribe, share. I also want to thank Steve for having us out here at Calandrino's multiple times this season. Make sure you guys come down here and check it out.
Beautiful wine bar.
110 2nd Street down here in Old City. And big thanks to Steve Meyer from PPR Capital Management. You were able to make all this happen for us this year, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we look forward to playoff football, and we'll catch you guys later.
Cheers.
This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds.